Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we take a look at one of the most fascinating games of last year's, and it is Timo Boll's unexpected victory against Ma Long at ittf World Cup 2017. You asked for this one, so let's take a time out and look closely at Timo's winning tactics. Just in case you need to remember why this victory was so special. It was so because last time Timo Boll registered a victory against Ma Long was in 2010, so he had to wait 7 years for this one. And before this match, Ma Long has actually not lost in the singles event to non-Chinese opponent for last 5 years. And also, Ma Long won his second World Championship that year and was on streak of winning 2 singles World Championships and Olympic Games in a row and looked really unstoppable at that time. So, how Timo made it happen? We are going to show you. But before we fully break down the 2017 match, we have to take a look at both players' profile to better understand what is common tactics of both players, and doing that we are also going to answer why Timo Boll wins so rarely against Ma Long. You know, Ma Long is a very tough matchup for Timo Boll, as he has advantages almost at all key areas of the game. First advantage comes from both players' styles. Both players are forehand dominant players, so that means they will have the same tactics against each other. Both will try to force the other player to play more with his backhand. And here is the first advantage for Ma Long. Since Timo Boll is 7 years older and Ma Long is quicker on his feet, that means it is easier to force Timo Boll to play backhand than the other way around. And Ma Long is very good in execution of this tactical play, and because of that you will see Timo Boll playing more backhands against Ma Long than against any other player. Timo Boll is known for his trademark spinny opening loops. In other words, he uses his third ball attack to get an easier fifth ball attack, or to get a good forehand counterspin attack. And while this tactics works just fine against 95% of all players, it's not the case against Ma Long, as he is the best counter-attacking player in the world. And what about the last and most important area of the game? Also here Ma Long has big advantage over Timo Boll. He has arguably the best service in the world. And although Timo Boll's receive game is quite good, against Ma Long in particular, he's had big problems when receiving. To have better understanding of these areas, we've closely analyzed other 2 matches where Timo Boll lost against Ma Long quite heavily. And guess what? In those matches, Ma Long usually earns approximately 3 to 5 points per game against Timo Boll just with his serve. That's just too much. So, how Timo could solve all these problems and achieve his great win at World Cup 2017? Here is how. We spoke about how big advantage Ma Long has in a service game, but in this match everything was absolutely different. Timo just had a perfect receiving match. Instead of using his soft backhand flick, which is often ineffective against Ma Long serves, he used his backhand to play his serves short with the backspin, sometimes adding the backspin also against the upspin serves. That made Ma Long to come to the table, play short, which Timo took advantage of, and used now his backhand flick with a lot of side spin. This in and out movement made it harder for Ma Long to attack strong with his first forehand. So by taking control of the short game, Timo impacted the point construction and nullified Ma Long's biggest strength. But only this wouldn't be enough. Because Ma Long is a very intelligent player, and when short pushes are not working, he is like, you know what, let's push long, or let's use backhand flick before you can use it and show me what can you do. And also in this area, Timo made a very important adjustment. Instead of going for spinny opening every time, he found a great balance between hard third ball attacks, and when Ma Long was waiting for a hard one, then Timo used his spin and placement. And this is where we come to Timo Boll solving the last piece of the puzzle and the real thing that truly won him the match. And it was his backhand aggression. He was not passive from the backhand side, he was not missing, he was precise and aggressive. And this aspect became the ultimate response to Ma Long trying to take back the control of the game. It showed up in different patterns. Firstly, it helped Timo, together with his forehand aggression of the third ball, to win the majority of his service points. And secondly, it caged Ma Long in cyclic patterns, because when he used backhand flick before Timo could use it, Timo played hard backhand counter cross to win the point. And when Ma Long played a long push, the result was the same. Timo played hard backhand opening shot cross, so Ma Long suddenly ran out of options. And now let's take a look at that nerve-biting last point of the game, because it is really worth to leave a comment on. We spoke about Timo driving Ma Long crazy with his backhand short push receive. Time and time again, throughout the whole match, Timo Boll used this pattern to get the upper hand against Ma Long. But at 11-10, Timo showed his fantastic intelligence. He said to himself, you know what? I've already missed 2 good opportunities to take the match. Let's change it. Let's play it differently this time. Let's pretend a short push and then play a long one and surprise him. And guess what? It worked out perfectly. And this is how Timo Boll dictated the dictator. That's all for this video, guys. So thank you all for watching, and if you like the video, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And also comment down below which match should we break down in the next video. See you guys!